Hi everyone, this is a 25-minute workout using a barrel. If you don't have a barrel, you can use a ball. You can do it without the barrel. There's a lot of ways you can play with this. So you're going to start sitting in front of the barrel. And you're going to place your hands right in front of you. And then on your exhale, round your upper spine, but keep space between your chin and chest. And you're just going to spend a few moments breathing here. So breathing in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. And if you prefer, you can rest your hands on your shins. Notice as you inhale, you'll feel the back of your ribs expand, and then exhale until you're completely empty. And one more breath. Then reach your arms shoulder height and start to roll all the way down. Wrap your body around the barrel. Let the head be supported. Circle your arms. Tuck the chin to the chest, and then exhale without using momentum, roll up. So you tuck, you roll all the way down. Circle around, tuck, rolling up. So if you choose to not use a barrel, this will be a lot more challenging, and you'll have to move a little bit slower. It'll take you more time. Then reverse. You're going to lower all the way down. Arms go out to the side, up to the ceiling. Tuck chin to chest, roll up. Keeping your waist drawing backwards the whole time. Keeping your arms connected into your back. And moving sequentially. So you go down tail, lower back, middle back. Chin, middle back, lower spine. Now roll all the way down and place your hands behind your head. You're going to exhale, curl forward, and then inhale, wrap your body around the back of the barrel. And you can find the sweet spot. So where your body's connected to the barrel should be a really great leverage point. So somewhere just underneath the shoulder blades is a great place to be able to push from in order to access flexion. Exhale as you press back, and then the barrel supports you as you go into that extension, keeping your elbows in your periphery and your chin slightly tucked to your chest, so that you're really working mobility through the thoracic spine. When you're ready, start to lift the legs up one at a time, alternating to tabletop. So when you're exhale, lifting your right knee to your chest. Inhale, place the foot down, head goes back, and exhale, lift left knee. Inhale, foot goes down. Exhale, keep alternating. Watching that your pelvis doesn't tilt side to side. Now keep the leg up and go back and forth 6 times. Feeling that deep abdominal contraction each time. A few more. And then switch. Exhale, forward, 6 and 5. Keeping that leg absolutely still. On your last one, curl up and hold, switch your feet again, and then do that same thing. 6 pulses, 5 to 6 pulses. Okay, keeping those elbows in your periphery, switch, and then exhale, pulse forward, 6. Exhale for 4. Keep breathing out every time you lift. Okay, now place the foot down, bring the head back. And then come up through center, but twist to the right and then to the left. So thinking about bringing the armpit across towards the hip. And you'll also peel the opposite shoulder blade off of the barrel as you go into that oblique twist. Okay, and when you place your hands behind your head for exercises like these, it's always palm on palm. You're pushing your head back into your hands, and you're pushing forward with your hands with equal force. Okay, then come to center. Then let the head, neck, and shoulders go back, and we're going to do a circle. So you go up through right, center, to the left, and down and around. 3 more times. And using that barrel as leverage, pressing from the back of your ribs to curl even more. Once more this direction. And then going to the other side, passing through the left side center, back down and around, opening the chest to the ceiling each time you go around that barrel. Last 2. Last 1. Let the body wrap around the barrel 1 last time, and then reach your arms forward. And just scissor your arms, letting your head rest completely on that barrel. Okay, then both arms reach above. Hook your thumbs. And then just start to slide the shoulders up towards your ears, back down towards your hips. And circle the arms around. Slide down even lower on the barrel so that your head is now supported by the barrel for hundreds. Bring your legs to tabletop, reach your legs long and start to pump your arms. Keep the head on the barrel the whole time. So this mimics the flexion. Breathing in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. So remembering that you want 100 counts here, or to try to make it to 100 counts. If you're doing this at home and you want to try this with your head down, you can prop your head up with a pillow or a small squish ball. That is fine too. It's a great modification to notice if you're using your pecs instead of your core. Okay, about 1 or 2 more cycles of breath. And then bend your knees, hug your knees to your chest. We're just going to do 1 full roll up to transition. Straighten your legs, nod the chin, and roll all the way up off of that barrel. Reach to your toes. And then scoop back and sit right on top of the barrel for spine twist. Straighten your legs, knees slightly bent, legs squeezing together, arms to the side. You twist to the left for 3, for 2, for 1, and then come to center. 3, 2, 1. Return center, feeling your arms reach out wide. Feeling that long line across your back, your collarbones. Let's do this 1 more time, each side. 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax your arms, sit in front of the barrel, facing sideways. Your knees are bent in a pretzel position. You're going to reach your right arm up to the ceiling and wrap your body around the barrel. Then you're going to turn your upper body towards the barrel and reach through your pinky finger. Come back to center, place the hand behind the head, open the chest to the ceiling. And then same thing again, twist, reach towards the barrel, reach through that pinky finger, hand behind the head, open the chest. Keep the hips square and do this 1 last time. Return center, hand behind head, open chest. Come back to center, straighten your top leg, flex the foot, hands behind your head. You do a side sit-up and then back down. You're not looking for a lot of height here, you're just looking for your waistline to grab. This can be done with a squish ball underneath your rib cage. You could also play with doing it with a bolster. Push your hands forward and your head backwards and keep your elbows wide. And also press down with the top inner foot. So that foot is pressing down firmly into the floor, especially when you lift up. On your 8th one, lift up and hold, straighten the top arm and pulse 8 times. Tiny little pulses. Keep the chest open. Wrap your body back around that barrel and then lift up again. We'll do 2 more sets of 8 little pulses. Just breathing as you need here. Continuous energy through that supporting leg. Wrap your body, stretch 1 more time. Pulse for 8. Okay, keeping those collarbones wide. Okay, wrap your body over top of that barrel 1 last time. Okay, push yourself up and have a seat on top of the barrel. Same pretzel position. Turn your body towards your front leg and rest your hands down onto the floor. Strong through your back and chest. Lift your back leg and lower it. So you're lifting up and down. Continuously push down into your arms to counter the effort that it takes to lift that leg. Keeping your knee bent and your foot pointed. Neck long, chest open. Okay, about 8 to 10 in total. And then lift the leg and hold. And you're going to pulse up and down. And you might want to double check and take a peek and make sure that your knee is in line with the back of your hip. It's not coming forward. Now flex your foot and start to push backwards like there's a gas pedal behind you, keeping the knee bent. Okay, 4 more times. And this next one, you're going to attempt to straighten the leg and then bend the knee. And you can bend your elbows and lean forward a little more if you need that clearance. Keeping the foot pointed, straighten the leg and reach. If you choose to do this on the ground or you're not propped up, I would just repeat what we did earlier, because you're not going to have enough clearance for this. Okay, reach your leg down to the floor, untwist, and we'll do everything to the other side, starting with the side bend. So you're sitting next to the barrel, you wrap your body sideways along that barrel. Then you rotate your sternum towards the barrel, reaching out of the pinky finger to the corner, hand behind head, open your chest. And then again, twist your sternum, your chest towards the barrel. And then hand behind the head to open and twist. Supporting the back of the neck one more time. Always reaching your arm out. And then place your hands behind your head, straighten your top leg. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Inside of your foot is pressing down into that floor. Keeping the chest wide, elbows open. About 4 more times. And exhale as you lift for 3. And there's a little bit of leverage pressing from your bottom rib. Now hold up on the next one. Extend the top arm in line with collarbone and pulse 8 times. Continue to press the head back into the hand and vice versa. And continue to keep energy through that left leg. Wrap the body around the barrel and lift up and do it again. 8 pulses. 3 sets of 8 pulses. Okay, last one. Last 4, 3, 2, and wrap the body around the barrel one final time. And then push yourself up, sit on top of the barrel in that pretzel position. Turn sideways. Place your hands on the ground, open the chest, and then begin to lift and lower the back leg. Really paying attention to not let this leg creep forward when you lift it. We want this to be right in the side of your seat. We don't want it to start to creep into your hip flexor, the front of your hip. Now lift the leg up and hold it there, little pulses up and down, and just double check that you haven't let that leg creep forward. You want to bring it further back behind you than you think, then flex your foot and start to press backwards, like there's a gas pedal behind you. About 3 and 2 and 1, then straighten the leg and bend the knee, tipping forward as much as you need to, but keep the chest open, the abs in. So you're still strong in this position. So keep going, a couple more. Again, keep your chest open. Okay, last one. And then bend the knee, relax, and twist yourself. All right, now sit in front of the barrel. Slide yourself all the way back. Your hips are resting on top of the barrel. Your hands are holding or pressing into the sides of the barrel, legs up to the ceiling. Then you're going to bend your knees to a frog position, straighten your legs and bend your knees. Exhale to reach out. So you should always be able to turn your head side to side and also lift your head in this. Okay, pressing your legs out as low as you can, keep your waist drawing in to the barrel. After you've done about 8, reach your legs to the ceiling and then lower both legs and lift both legs. So your legs are going to remain straight. You lower them as low as you can stabilize and then lift back up. Keeping the legs straight, the toes apart, the heels are squeezing together. Okay, just a few more like this. And then you're going to open the legs to the side, flex the feet, squeeze them back in. So you point and open and you squeeze back in. Point and open, squeeze back in. Imagine like you're moving through water here. So there's some resistance to this. Once more, and then turn your feet to parallel. Double kick your legs in a scissor position. 1, 2. Sending your leg far away from your nose and bringing the opposite leg close towards your face, but no movement in the pelvis. So really active in these stretches. Then from there, bend your knees for can-can. You let your knees twist to the side, straighten your legs, bend your knees and come back to center, always keeping the shoulders glued to the mat, but allowing your pelvis and your spine to twist. Again, all of these can be done just laying down on your back, and you can also place your hands underneath your hips. Okay, Okay, and again, you twist, you extend, you bend your knees, you return to center. Straighten your legs on the diagonal for rollover. Your legs lift to the ceiling and then peel your lower waist off the mat. Tap your toes to the floor, lift them, flex the feet hip distance apart, roll back down. Let your legs go on the diagonal, bring the legs together, and then peel. So this can be done on the floor just as usual, just like last week, with your hands by your side, pressing into the mat. This is actually an easier option. Tap the floor, lift, flex the feet. So if you're someone that struggles with roll up, this is an amazing variation for you. Reverse the direction. So your feet are apart, they tap down, your legs lift, you bring the legs together, keep the feet flexed as you roll down. There's like an internal game of tug of war here. So as you're rolling down, you're pretending someone's pulling your feet back behind your head. Last one. Incredible stretch for the back, for the spine. Then once you've finished your last one, bend your knees and slide yourself back off the barrel. Turn yourself around, face the barrel. Place your hands just slightly forward of the apex and step back into a plank position. So this is great if you have any wrist issues. You're going to lift the foot, shift back, shift front, put foot down, lift the other foot, shift back, shift front. So you keep alternating the leg that you're lifting, and you're moving at those 5 toe joints to shift. Sometimes you might feel a stretch through your calves. This is great mobility for the toes, and obviously a great challenge for the core, for the whole body. About 8 times alternating sides in total, and then tippy toe, walk, walk, walk towards your barrel. Bend the knees if you need to, but round your spine and lengthen your spine. Just a few standing cat stretches. Exhale, tuck the tail, bring the hips to your nose, and then lengthen back to a flat back. Do that one more time. And then lengthen that spine. Plant your hands firmly back down onto the barrel, round your spine, and start to walk all the way back to a plank position. So this is an up stretch variation. So you're going to tuck the chin to the chest, pike your hips up, pull your hip bones to your face, shift the weight forward. So you're going to keep your back round here and keep staring up towards your pubic bone. Keep telling your hip bones to pull tightly, firmly towards your face as you shift back from a pike into a plank position. So if up stretch is something that's just a little too challenging for you or for your clients, this is an amazing variation to learn that scoop. Now lower your knees down exactly where they are, point your toes, tuck the tail between your legs, lift the sternum, tuck the chin to the chest, push back, and then hips move forward, undulate the spine, open the breastbone to the ceiling. This is a great down stretch variation. So your thigh bones press to the floor, your chest lifts, but you're always telling your hip bones to pull towards your face, despite the fact that you're going into a back bend. Okay, do this a few more times. Sit back towards your heels, round your spine. You're going to lay on top of the barrel. You're going to put your hip bones on the front side of the apex and your lower rib cage on the opposite side of the apex. Rounding your upper body forward, toes curled under, pubic bone making contact with the barrel, feet hip distance. Elbows are bent, hands by shoulders. You're going to press the heart forward, making sure you keep your pubic bone pressing firmly into the barrel, engaging the core. And then you can start to lift the chest and straighten the knees and lower back down. So always, if you feel uncomfortable, move on the barrel. And these can be done just laying flat without the leg variation. Hover, hold, and bend and straighten your arms. So arms reach forward to Superman, bend back to goalpost. About 8 times. This whole time the legs are strong, the tail is between your legs, the abs are lifted. Energy through those arms. Almost like you're dragging your elbows through mud. Lower everything down. Now you're going to move forward and place the pubic bone right on top of the apex of the barrel. Your hands are going to be underneath your forehead. I have to move my sleepy dog out of the way. So you're going to lift your hips up as high as you can, but continue to pull the tail between your legs, and this should make your inner thighs and your glutes work a lot. That's your starting position. And then you lift and lower your legs with control, with energy. Your legs are straight as swords the whole time. Then if you want to progress, keep the legs up and start to kick your legs, swimming. Okay, just breathing fluidly, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and trying to keep your upper shoulders as relaxed as possible. There should be no rocking side to side. That pelvis should be concrete and stuck to the barrel as your legs move. Again, you're looking for a lot of work through the backs of the legs. The knees are straight, and then relax everything down. Okay, sit back to child's pose, reaching your arms forward, and then return to face sideways. So you're going to place your hand on the other side of the apex just slightly. Your knees are bent, and your hand is really far away. First one, test your position. You're going to press up into side bend and move your feet. Then lift up and over your arm, return to side plank. Open the chest to the ceiling, and then twist and reach, thread the needle, and then return all the way to side plank. Glutes are engaged, hips pressing forward, side bend up and over your arm, return. And then open to chest to ceiling, and then twist. This one I would either, if you don't have a barrel, but if you do have a ball, I would not use the ball. That would be really hard. I would just use the floor, and then round and twist. Then you're going to bring that right hand down to the barrel and find a plank position and step your right foot on top of the barrel. This can be done just normal on the floor. You're going to bend and straighten your back knee 3 times. Keep the legs straight, hold, bring your hands behind your head, elbows are wide, and then bend and straighten your knee 3 times again. Press your hips forward as you send your knee towards the floor, active stretch. Then straighten and bend your front leg. Here, feel as if you're pushing the barrel away. So in the reformer, there's a front split variation, and this is an incredible way to start to teach your client how to balance without them dealing with a moving apparatus, or teach yourself for that matter. And the angle of the barrel mimics the height the foot needs to be up that's on the foot bar. So you'll do 3 sets of 3. Bend the knee, hold your lunge, and then bend and straighten the last leg or the back leg 3 times again. Straighten and hold, bend and straighten the front leg 3 times again. Then keep the front knee bent, lower the hands to the barrel, and lower your head to your knee as you straighten it. So you're going to twist, turn your head towards your knee, and then bend your knee. So this is like our Russian splits variation, the ending. Now bend the front knee, lower the back knee, point the toe, lift your arms, lift your breastbone up, tuck the tail, and go into that back bend. That's like our single thigh stretch ending. Then from there, you're just going to turn around, face sideways. We'll repeat everything again. Hand is on the barrel, preparing for side bend. Lift up to side plank, bend over your arm, return to side plank. Open the chest to the ceiling, nothing else moves. And then twist and reach, thread the needle, reach your hand to your hip, return side plank. So again, bend over your arm, return side plank, open the chest, and then twist, thread the needle. Okay, last and final one. Really push away from the floor to do this. Open the chest, and then twist and reach. Then take your left hand down to the barrel or the floor, separate the feet, and step left foot onto the barrel. Bend and straighten your back knee 3 times, just to get your footing. Squaring your hips off. Find your balance, bring hands behind your head. Bend and straighten your back leg again. Keep the legs straight, bend and straighten front leg. So we'll always have a tendency, most likely, to open the right hip here. So think about twisting the right hip forward as you do this exercise to really square off the hips. It'll intensify the stretch. It'll also make the opposing muscles contract. Therefore, it's more effective. All right, heading into our final set. Bend and straighten back knee for 3. Last one. Straighten. Bend and straighten front leg for 3. Again, continuing to push push away actively. Then from there, bend the knee, place the hands onto the barrel, straighten the front leg, turn your head towards the front leg, like you're listening to your shin. Okay, or as straight as possible for you to get the stretch. Lower the back knee, lift the chest, press the hips forward, draw the abs in, back bend. I'm going to finish today's workout with push-up. Step your feet back, hands just slightly on the apex, and then press and lift. So you bend your elbow for 3 counts, bringing your chest towards the floor or the barrel. Then, instead of walking back to our feet, we're going to tuck the tail, look between the legs, round forward, return. Now we're going to do wide elbows. It's a little different than our Pilates push-up. So just like a normal push-up. Tuck the chin to the chest, pike, lift your hips up. This is like your up stretch you did earlier. Unravel, return to plank. Move your hands narrow, and then do narrow elbow push-ups. Okay, last one. Then you're going to tuck your chin, walk your feet towards your hands, and we're done. Slowly roll up your spine, bone by bone. That's it for today. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, you can use a squish ball for any of these variations if you don't have a barrel. Feel free to email me if you need some suggestions or coaching on that. Thanks, guys. Bye.